Hi there, I'm Thomas Bristow, a Mirror Sport online reporter, and a year and a half ago I made the decision to have a hair transplant procedure at the Farjo Hair Institute in Manchester. At the time, I felt like I needed one. My confidence was a little bit shot, my hairline was a little bit worse than it is today, and so I made the bold decision to go under the knife. I travelled up to Manchester, I met Dr. Farjo himself, and I was treated like a king throughout the entire day at the clinic. Essentially, the aim was not to go too radical because it may look ridiculous if I continued to recede, and of course, something that I would be happy with in myself. So the first stage is the anaesthetic. Of course, when you're undergoing a big procedure like this, the head needs to be protected, it needs to be numb. So the anaesthetic goes in the back of my head, and of course the grafts are then taken out by a magnificent machine that they have there. It works wonders. The next stage was of course then moving into the front. So Dr. Farjo himself would create the hairline by poking little holes in the front of my forehead. It sounds grim, but again, with the anaesthetic, I did not notice a thing. It was relatively painless, in fact. The hairs themselves were then put into those little holes, and then my hairline was created. Of course, my head was a little bit swollen. I felt a little bit disorientated, but I still managed to travel back to London that very same night. The red marks that you've seen and probably seen in other hair transplant procedures soon healed, and scabbing took over in its place. This process maybe took a couple of weeks, a week at max, for the swelling and the red and the soreness to go down. Of course, the recovery procedure is something that you need to be patient with it. It has to be a patient process because it takes time. Initially, when the scabbing comes, it looked good for me because the scabbing was sort of the same colour as my hair. So yes, you could see the hairline, it looks good. You can see the little grafts of hair poking out, it looks good. But here comes the tricky part. When your scalp starts to heal, the scabs will fall away. And it can be a little depressing because when you look at your hairline, it's all stripped away. It's nothing. It's like it as it was before. The hairs have gone, and it actually makes you start to panic. Over time, as I said, the hair comes through thicker and better, and soon enough, all the hairs came through. At first, it may seem the hairs are wiry or a little bit thin. One week, you'll wake up, one day, you'll wake up, and boom, the hair's there. The new hairline that you dreamt about is finally reality. And that's why when people ask you, your hair looks great, because it's been a slow process. I mean, I didn't see it for a while until someone showed me an old photo of me, and the difference was recognizable. It was unbelievable. I can style my hair in certain ways that I couldn't before, and I just generally feel a bit better about myself. I feel like a better person. And I know that might be hard for someone to explain because it's a cosmetic difference, but that was difference to me, and that was my insecurity back then. Now, I don't have that problem, and I feel great. You can't put a price on how you feel about yourself. Would I recommend Farjo Hair Institute? Absolutely. The process I went through them from day one, from consultation to still having consultations and checkups with them now, are absolutely brilliant, and they will advise me, and they will be more than happy to talk to you if you're interested too.